Hey guys, what's up? Welcome. It's amazing the amount of windows that I have open right now. It's amazing, like crazy, mind-blowing. I don't know. I'm afraid that I'm gonna touch a button somewhere and I'm gonna click somewhere and it's gonna blow up. So I apologize if that happens in advance, and welcome to this live event. I'm just making sure that everything is coming up nicely. So we have some people there. And let me stop this because it's driving me nuts, because I'm actually monitoring this, you know. We want to make sure that everything is coming up nicely. So we're good to go. All right, so we should be good to go. Over here, stop talking please. And there we go. What's up guys? How are you? How are you guys doing? If you can hear me all right, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, because here's the thing, I'm live streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, now I'm on Periscope, and now I have I'm doing live Twitch, you know, on Twitch. So I might have actually have a problem with live streaming. So I'm just saying that I might or might not have a problem with live streaming, because next thing you know, you're gonna see me with 1,000, you know, a couple thousand cameras and whatnot. So if you're watching this on the YouTubes, just put a 1 in the chat box, right? Say hi, whatever. If you're watching this on the Facebook group or on the Facebooks, just go ahead and say hi. You know, I'll actually try to answer comments once we're done, if everything holds up. All right, so I hope it does. Sorry, I have a bad cold. Anyways, here we are. Welcome to the live stream. And I have a couple of announcements. We have a really cool topic for today, which is how to actually charge more for your services, like the exact same amount of effort that you're putting right now, but charging more, you know, which is pretty damn cool. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how that pretty much changed my life when I decided to switch my when I decided to go ahead and switch the type of clients that I was getting and whatnot. All right, so that's gonna be pretty cool, and I'm gonna share with you guys how to do that, how to implement that to your own stuff, which is pretty cool. All right, now before doing that, I have a couple of announcements. As usual, you can still get a copy of my new book, How to Get More Clients Without Spending More Money on Advertising. You can get it. There's a link somewhere around here, hernanvazquez.com/book. If you go there, you can get a copy. It's really inexpensive. It's a digital copy, by the way, guys. You know, I have a lot of people pinging me from pretty much all over the world saying, hey, you know, my customs is kind of hard. How can I get a copy? It's a digital copy. All right, it's a digital copy. I have this printed out for my own stuff, but you get the digital copy. It's pretty damn cool. So go ahead and download it. You can do it at hernanvazquez.com/book. Then this Thursday, I'm doing a live webinar, which is gonna be pretty cool, because we're gonna be dissecting my entire funnel and how it's working, and how I'm getting companies from scratch, from 0 to 6 figures, like 60, 50, $40,000 a month from scratch, with paid advertising and sales funnels. Okay, so be there. There's gonna be a link on the screen somewhere so that you can click on it and you can join. It's gonna be at 6 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's 3 p.m. Pacific, and it's gonna be pretty cool, and we're gonna have a lot of fun over that webinar. I have a lot of good stuff, guys. I revamped the entire presentation. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And so book number 1, webinar number 2, and the group, you can still join. The Facebook group is completely for free. You can come and ask questions, and you know, we have a lot of fun. We had a lot of people coming, so I really appreciate you guys joining over the past couple of days. I really appreciate each of and every one of you for joining the Facebook group. All right, so again, I'm gonna try to answer questions at the end of this presentation. I'm gonna try to keep it like 20 minutes max, because we're all busy people. And yeah, you know, if you have questions, and if I happen to see them, I'm gonna answer them. And I have some questions from the last event to answer as well. So sorry. So with that being said, I'm gonna start sharing my screen now by the magic of OBS. So I'm gonna click this link, boom, and there we go. We're sharing the screen right now. What do you know? So here we are on the good old Lucy chart, and this is a free tool, by the way. You can still upgrade it if you are making super complicated stuff, which I really recommend that you do. And it's really inexpensive. Okay, so let's talk a little bit how to increase your prices. Okay, now let me go back to my face first because I want to talk to you guys face to face first. So why do you want to increase prices on the first place? Okay, let me tell you a little bit about what happened on my personal story. Back in the day, I think this was like 2011 or something, I decided to go ahead and launch my own company, my own agency. Okay, it was an SEO agency, but we did pretty much anything. It was a web design agency, but we did pretty much anything. We did SEO, social media marketing. I even had to go out and film one of the clients' events and then come back and edit. And that wasn't inside a contract. I was just doing it because I was too afraid of them leaving me, right? Or them firing me as a provider. So right there and then I decided that I didn't want any more, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about this in the webinar, but right there and then I decided that I didn't want to do this anymore, and that I wanted to go ahead and start commanding premium prices. And guess what? One day I just decided to do it, and that pretty much changed my life. So what I'm trying to say is that, number one, with the stuff that I'm gonna share with you guys today, which are gonna like give you an excuse, because that's all you need to raise your prices, it's gonna change your life. Because here's the thing, people that pay premium prices for your products and for your services, they usually are better quality customers. They complain less, all right? They wanna do, like, for example, let's say that you're a coach or a consultant. If you're charging enough for your consulting services or your coaching services, not only you will feel better because you're making more money, but you will also make a really good commitment to help the other person even further, right? Number one. And number two, you're also helping the other person to be super invested in your product or service. That means that that guy or girl are gonna do the impossible to succeed. That way, if you're charging premium prices, you are giving them a better service. Not only because you're charging more, right? But because your stuff is awesome, that's a given. I'm not saying push shitty stuff, right? I'm just saying go ahead and push good stuff. But if you command premium prices, the other person, your customer, your client, whatever, they're gonna be way more invested into getting those results, okay? And this applies if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're an info product marketer, if you have your own agency, this also applies as well. All right, guys? So that's number one, why you wanna command premium prices. And number two, it's because you get better quality customers at the end of the day. You know, you get better quality customers at the end of the day. The amount of customers that you need when you're charging more decreases, and the amount that BS that you need to that you're actually putting up with every day also decreases, because you have better quality customers, okay? Somebody that pays you a lot of money for your services or products will be a better customer, will complain less, will achieve more, all right? And there's a logic behind it. If let's say that you're offering SEO packages or Facebook ads for agencies, whatever, right? Or for local clients. If the guy is scrambling to pay you $500 or $1,000, he's gonna be micromanaging you. And you don't want that, do you? Now what you wanna do is to command a premium price so that someone can shed 5,000, 10K a month, you know, that's fine, and hire you, and that guy is gonna trust you a lot more, all right? So think about it for a minute. Commanding premium prices will actually make your life easier, because it will decrease the amount of clients that you need to have, and not only that, it will also increase the quality of people that you get on your pipeline, all right? So with that being said, I'm gonna share with you a couple of ideas and funnels on how to position yourself better and your brand better, so that you can actually go ahead and command premium prices. Not because you decide to do so, that's step number one, but also because you have a solid base on why to do that, right? So let's go back to the screen, and here I'm operating these. I'm doing this like several times. So here we go. So number one, I really recommend, guys, that I'm gonna be using the Lucid chart thing for a little bit, but I really recommend that you go ahead and get the book Influence by Robert Cialdini, okay? Let me see if I can dig it up. Influence, Robert Cialdini. If you haven't get this book, go ahead and get it as soon as possible, okay? Get the Kindle version, whatever. Go ahead and get this book. You have the Kindle version, paperback, but this book, if you're trying to sell more, if you're trying to get more customers, this book could change your business around, okay? Because it will tell you the psychology behind the yes, why people comply with an order. So with that said, this is a really, really good book that I really recommend, okay? If you go to Amazon, Influence, boom, you get it. You read it because it has really powerful principles. Now, why do I bring him up? Why do I bring this book up? Because basically, on his book, Influence, Robert Cialdini, we talk about several principles, all right? We'll talk about several principles, and 3 of these principles are by far the most powerful of them all. Like, they run our mindset, they run our hardware, if you want to say it like that, all right? Number 1 principle is gonna be the principle of reciprocity, and I'm not gonna go really in depth into this, because again, I really recommend that you go ahead and read it. So principle number 1 is the principle of reciprocity. This means that if we have someone doing something good for us, we tend to feel in debt with that person, okay? This is how we're wired. There's no right or wrong here, but this is how we function, all right? So reciprocity, number 1. The second principle is, a really important principle is authority, okay? So the second principle is authority. We used to live in packs, right? We are social animals. We're always looking up to someone. So the second principle is authority. If you can show a prospect your authority, it will be better, or it will be easier to command premium prices, right? And number 3, the principle number 3 is social proof. Social proof. So you know, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it probably does. But you know, when you're driving in a street or in a neighborhood that you do not know, like if that's if you can turn right, if you can turn left, what do? You usually check what others are doing, right? So if everyone is turning right, then most likely you will go ahead and turn right too, okay? So these 3 principles from the whole book, these 3 principles right here are the most important ones, okay? So why am I mentioning this, and how do they relate to what we're trying to do, which is, command premium prices and basically position ourselves as an authority? Because basically what we're gonna be doing is to use these 3 principles to position our brand really high in the desirability spectrum, if that's a word, okay? So let's go through this, and I really recommend that you get the book after we're done. But first, let's go through this. So how do we go ahead and create reciprocity with our prospect? How do we go ahead and create authority, meaning we show them that we can help them by actually helping them? Frank Kern will mention a demonstration of power, which is kind of, the authority, meaning if I go ahead and create a video showing you how to map out a funnel in 5 minutes, then I create instant authority, because I'm actually showing you that I can help you by actually helping you, right? And the social proof, well, it's all the, testimonials and the kind of results that your training or your coaching is bringing to the marketplace, right? So remember, guys, that I think it was last live stream, I shared with you the 80% funnel, right? So the 80% funnel was really simple. It was this opt-in. Then we went into the sales page. Then we went into the order form, and then we went into the thank you page. Remember, guys, that this was all you needed to actually run a profitable business online. This is actually all you needed. And this is triggering me, so I'm gonna center it. So I'm OCD like that, sorry. So this is all you need to run a profitable business. Why? Because more often than not, you will hit on each of these points. Why? Really simple. Because when you have an opt-in here and when you have a lead magnet, okay, let me erase this. Let's say that you're giving away a free PDF or whatever here, right? So when you have a lead magnet here, a lead magnet, like a PDF, a report, a cheat sheet, a video tutorial, etc., etc., you are hitting on two of these main principles. Number one is reciprocity. Why? Because you're giving this away for free. So you're giving value for free. In a way, I'm also exploiting this principle when I'm doing these live streams. Okay, I want to be completely honest with you. I'm actually exploiting these kind of principles when I'm doing these live streams. Why? Because I'm doing it for free. So I'm giving you value here. All right, I'm giving you real value. So again, when we find somebody on our marketplace that will do something amazing for us without asking anything in return, we tend to feel in debt. And this is not something that we can control. This is something that really happens, okay? So for example, Cialdini will, I think that he names an example of the Hare Krishna, you know, the Hare Krishna monks, that they will give you a rose for free. Right? So that's reciprocity right there, because most people, after they get that rose, if you find them on the airports, whatever, after they get this rose, they will give them some money. So this is the reciprocity thing working at its best. So here's number one. And number two, we're also positioning ourselves as an authority. Why? Because we're actually helping people. All right? So on this case, I'm actually trying at least to position myself as an authority, because I'm actually showing you how you can do this, right? So again, Frank Kern calls this demonstration of power or results in advance, like getting people results before they buy from you. So right here, you're hitting these two on the spot. You're hitting these two principles right off the spot. Now the social proof one, you can actually hit that on, for example, the sales page, right? So let's say that you send a couple of emails. So email number one, then you have, you have email number two, email number two, and then you have email number three, right? So this is what we're usually doing as email marketers or marketers in general, right? So on the emails, you can still build more reciprocity and authority. If you keep sending them goodwill and value, you're stacking and you're building on these two principles. Now, let's say that you have one email that goes with testimonials, right? So what I'm trying to do is this, right? So let's say that you have an email that's all about testimonials. What you're doing here is to hit on the head of the social proof, okay? So you keep stacking social proof, and let's say that you have some testimonials on the sales page, you're also hitting on the social proof. Let's say that you also have, you're giving away more value here, you're going after reciprocity and authority. So a really cool way of doing this is, for example, if you have, instead of an order form, if you're a coach or if you're trying to go into coaching, you go into, for example, an opt-in page, then you have a case study, then you have an application, okay? And then you have the closing call, okay? So if you're trying to get more coaching clients, this is the process that you want to use. Whoops. This is the process that you want to use, right? So you want to go opt-in, case study, or free PDF, free lead magnet, whatever. Then you want to go application form, because people want it, they need to apply to talk to you, and then closing call. Now, if you're hitting in the head with all of these, then it's much easier to charge 10 times more than if I go ahead and try to commoditize my service and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to charge you less than my competition. If you go the price route, let me go back to my face here because I want to talk to you guys. If you go the price route, you are already lost, because there are people in some other places in the world that could do what you do for way cheaper. So instead of going the price route, what you want to do is to say, I'm a results consultant. I'm a results-based person. So for example, I was listening to this really cool audio the other way that my partner Chris Pilwin shared with me, It was about the magician or the mule, right? And it was a really cool story, and I see if I can get it for you guys. But it's basically saying, are you a magician that once hits magic band and then it gets the entire field plowed? Or are you a mule that you actually, you know, going down and plowing the thing yourself? If you position yourself, so for example, I have this over and over again with the clients on, or the students on Semantic Mastery, for example, that they will try to tell the customer what they're going to do, right? So they're positioning themselves as a commodity, because they say, okay, I'm going to do these backlinks to you, and I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do this IFTTT network for you, and I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this, right? The problem with that is that you commoditize yourself. You're the mule. All right. Now, people, they don't care. Like actually, a business owner, a worth having client, not the guy that will micromanage you, but the guy that's worth having, they don't care. What they care is that they get more traffic and more sales, and not even more traffic, more sales and more leads. Okay. So you do whatever you have to do, just bring me more sales. Remember, guys, that nobody hire us as marketers or entrepreneurs or consultants to know exactly what we're going to do. They hire us to solve a problem. They hire us to make their problems go away. Think about this for a minute. Nobody buys a drill because they want a drill. Everyone buys a drill because they want a hole, you know? So when you're selling the drill, you're selling the features. If you're selling the hole, you're selling the benefit, all right? So that's what you want to have in mind. When you position yourself as a benefit producer, when you position yourself as a results producer, then you can charge 10 times more, sorry, right? Because there's no reason why not to do it. If I were to charge you $10,000 to develop a funnel that can bring you a couple thousand new customers, 10,000 leads, a couple thousand new customers, and will make your business 7 figures, would that be worth it? Of course it would. But for some people, $10,000 is a lot of money, right? Now, if you frame it like that, it will make sense to the other party saying, yeah, of course, I can sell 3 of these things, and then I will pay this guy forever. Like, that's exactly what I'm trying to do on my mastermind. My mastermind, Convert and Prosper Mastermind, is $300 a month. It's $297 per month. Now, if I give you one campaign for your business and you go ahead, you turn around, you swipe it, you deploy it, and you make $10,000, you have paid for several years over of the mastermind, right? So that's how you want to frame things. So going back to the good old man, or good man Cialdini here, this is what you're trying to do when you're positioning yourself as an authority, okay? You want to use the principle of reciprocity, which you're already doing because you're giving away free stuff. The authority, because again, you're actually, you know, giving results in advance, or you're actually showing that you can help your prospect by actually helping them. And then you want to do social proof, like testimonials or case studies on your sales page, etc., etc. All right, guys? So once again, go ahead, get this book, Robert Cialdini. It's really, really cool, Influence. And I'm gonna save this, I'm gonna download this, I'm gonna save it to my desktop so I can upload it to the Facebook group. Okay, so it's there. I'm gonna upload it to the Facebook group. On the file section, you're gonna find this little doodle graph, whatever that I just made, and it's really, really important that you go ahead and implement this. Okay, so again, if you're helping people, well, this had to happen, right? So if you're helping people in advance, there's no way that you cannot charge more. Okay, so it's all a matter of positioning. Now, with that said, I hope you like this little rant of mine. I had a couple of questions that came from the past event that I didn't have the time to go. Well, not that I didn't have the time, but I didn't know how to do it. So let me see if I have any questions here on the event itself, on the group. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them on the group. And I'm gonna answer one question that I missed the other day from the group itself, because I do not see the questions after I'm done, unless I'm actually refreshing the thing and whatnot. All right, so I think we should be good. Anyways, the question was, I need advice closing my first restaurant client. This restaurant is in a very touristy touristy street in Playa del Carmen. That's amazing, Mexico. So it's a touristy place for context. What value can I offer that will really be valuable for them? So this is a great question, by the way, because this also works. The funnel that I just shared with you guys, this also works if you're doing something like a local business. All right, this also works as well, because you can develop this funnel and you can still hit it in the head with reciprocity, authority, and social proof. So for example, for a restaurant, what I would do is to give away a coupon, like a free meal. All right. It is said, I don't have the data because I don't work in that industry, but it is said that if you have a person coming 3 times to a restaurant, you have them forever, right? So the first thing would be to have them come for a free meal, okay? And then when they're there, you will go ahead and tell them, hey, come for the free dessert next time, all right? And then something else. So at that point, you have them three times. Now, you can definitely develop something like this with a coupon, with a free meal, etc., etc. And what I would do is to set up really targeted Facebook ads to people that are visiting Playa del Carmen in Mexico. So I would do really targeted Facebook ads so that they can grow a list and they can send the menu once a week, and they can send a promotion once in a while. Come celebrate Mother's Day, come celebrate the Christmas, whatever. So these are stuff that you can do, and it's super inexpensive for them, and the margins on the industry are huge. Okay, so there's no reason why they cannot get, and usually the lifetime value for a customer is really, really high for a restaurant, because again, once they've gone through it or they've gone to it 3 times, they stay there forever. All right. And so what I would do is exactly this. I would go ahead, offer a free coupon or a free meal, and then on the spot offer them more value. Hey, do you want a free dessert next time? Okay, come next time and I'll give you a free dessert, etc., etc., etc. All right. And then you build a list of people that could potentially go back to that restaurant next time. All right. So that's what I would do, and thank you for your question. So if we don't have any more questions, I think we're good. Saludos de Chile, Matias. Thank you, buddy. What's up? God's below. What's a premium price? Something that's out of your reach. That's usually out of your reach, meaning if you're charging $200 for an SEO package, try charging $2,000. That will put you in an uncomfortable position, which is great. Okay, which is great, which is exactly what you're looking for. You want to be in an uncomfortable position when you're pricing your stuff, because that will force you to grow. That will force you to over-deliver, and the other person will be much more invested in your stuff. All right, so that's a premium price. That's something that that's usually 5 to 10 times higher than you're already charging. All right, and that will also decrease the amount of clients that you need, and it will increase the amount of quality clients that you're getting. All right, so I think we should be good, guys. I think we should be good. So with that said, I don't want to rob you any more time of your precious evening. So let me go back here. I have so many tabs open, it's crazy. Again, you can get this kind of stuff on my book. It's really inexpensive. You go to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. You can get a copy of this book. You download it. You save it on your phone, you save it on your computer, on your laptop, you're reading on the plane. You don't need to carry a heavy book with you, which is pretty cool. You can read it. You don't need to wait for the mailman to come and deliver. No need to, to be lost in customs, whatever. I live in a third world country. I know what it is. So have that in mind. How to get more clients without spending more money on advertising. It's you can get a copy on hernanvazquez.com/Facebook. And then on Thursday, I'm doing a live webinar. Again, it's going to be pretty cool. I revamped the entire presentation. I'm just dropping bombs after bombs after bombs. So if you love this, come join me on hernanvazquez.com/webinar. You'll also find a link somewhere around here so that you can come and ask your questions. All right. And once again, you're welcome to join the Real Internet Marketing Group. If you search for marketing group, or if you go to hernanvazquez.com/group, you will know exactly what we're up to, because it has a big picture of me. And so if you go past that barrier, if that doesn't scare you, that would be pretty cool if you can join us. It's completely free, and I deliver a lot of value as well. All right, guys, so thank you once again for watching, and I hope to catch you guys next time on the live stream. See you later. Bye bye.